It's time to minimize the window and enjoy the noise. You're listening to TigerTails Radio, Season 13.
Oh, Godzilla was hopping around Tokyo City like a big playground when suddenly Batman burst from the shade and hit Godzilla with a bat grenade. Godzilla got pissed and began to attack, but didn't expect to be blocked by Shaq, who proceeded to open up a can of Shaq Fu when Aaron Carter came out of the blue, and then he started beating up Shaquille O'Neal. Then they both got flattened by the Batmobile, but before we could make it back to the Batcave, Abraham Lincoln popped out of his grave and took an AK-47 out from under his hat, blew Batman away with a rat-a-tat-tat, but he ran out of bullets and he ran away, 'cause Optimus Prime came to save the day. This is the ultimate showdown of ultimate destiny. Good guys, bad guys, and explosions as far as the eye can see, and only one will survive. I wonder who it will be. This is the ultimate showdown of ultimate destiny. Godzilla took a bite out of Optimus Prime. Let's Gruff McGruff took a bite out of crime, and then Shaq came back covered in a tire track, but Jackie Chan jumped out and landed on his back. Batman was injured and trying to get steady when Abraham Lincoln came back with a machete, but suddenly something caught his leg and he tripped. Indiana Jones took him out with his whip, and then he saw Godzilla sneaking up from behind, and he reached for his gun, which he just couldn't find, 'cause Batman stole it and he shot and he missed, and Jackie Chan deflected it with his fist. Then he jumped in the air, he did a somersault while Abraham Lincoln tried to pull a vault onto Optimus Prime, but they collided in the air. They both got hit by Care Bear stare. This is the ultimate showdown of ultimate destiny. Good guys, bad guys, and explosions as far as the eye can see, and only one will survive. I wonder who it will be. This is the ultimate showdown. Angels sang out in immaculate chorus. Down from the heavens descended Chuck Norris, who delivered a kick which could shatter bones into the crotch of Indiana Jones, who fell over on the ground, writhing in pain as Batman changed back into Bruce Wayne. But Chuck saw through his clever disguise, and he crushed Batman's head in between his thighs. Then Gandalf the Grey and Gandalf the White and Monty Python and the Holy Grail's Black Knight, Benito Mussolini and the Blue Meanie and Cowboy Curtis and John B. the Genie, Robocop the Terminator, Captain Kirk and Darth Vader, Lopan, Superman, every single Power Ranger, Bill S. Preston and Theodore Logan, Spock the Rock, Doc Ock and Hulk Hogan all came out of nowhere lightning fast. They kicked Chuck Norris in his cowboy ass. It was the bloodiest battle the world ever saw. Civilians were looking on in total awe. The fight raged on for a century, many lives were claimed, but eventually the champion stood. The rest saw the better, Mr. Rogers in a bloodstained sweater. This is the ultimate showdown of ultimate destiny. Good guys, bad guys, and explosions as far as the eye can see, and only one will survive. I wonder who it will be. This is the ultimate showdown of ultimate destiny. This is the ultimate showdown of ultimate destiny. Good guys, bad guys, and explosions as far as the eye can see, and only one will survive. I wonder who it will be. This is the ultimate showdown of ultimate destiny. This is the ultimate showdown of ultimate destiny. Good guys, bad guys, and explosions as far as the eye can see, and only one will survive. I wonder who it will be. This is the ultimate showdown of ultimate destiny. This is the ultimate showdown of ultimate destiny. Good guys, bad guys, and explosions as far as the eye can see, and only one will survive. I wonder who it will be. This is the ultimate showdown. This is the ultimate showdown. This is the ultimate showdown of ultimate destiny.
You're listening to TigerTails Radio, abusing our internet privileges since 2004.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome to another delightful, delectable, and otherwise entertaining episode of TigerTails Radio. It is the last show of the season! At last.
Hooray!
And we have some colourful characters. We have me, TK, in a kilt, which you'll see in a minute. On the sofa, we have the Xavier.
Hello.
In blue, and the Hedgie.
Hello.
In pink.
Yes, indeed.
And hiding away in a corner, we have an Echo.
Hello, everybody.
Immediately Echo forgets to talk into the mic.
Yay!
Yes, Echo is serving as our Undertaker because this series is dying after this episode, and somebody's got to take care of burying it. So yes, welcome to episode 52 of season 13. It is the final episode before everything gets resurrected, which is why Echo is dressed for the somber technique of realizing, what the fuck do we do now that we can't do anything on Monday nights? Well, for me, it's simply going to be jacking off to every kind of VTuber I can find. Wait, I didn't mean that at all.
He just meant simping.
Yes, I
Yes.
did.
Because that's his definition of simping now, because he's run out of money.
Alas, single tear.
How's the direct debit to all those VTubers going, Hedge?
Well, I'm earning plenty of points on my credit card, I can tell you that.
Jolly good. Hedgie, that's TK, who can't quite get into shop.
Yes, he can't. Yes.
Look, there's kilt fabric.
Yes, well done. Congratulations. He's basically wearing tartan, you know. We're not sure exactly which clan he is, but apparently right now they've just cancelled their subscription to Scotland entirely.
We nearly had a Friends episode, because I'm looking over at TK and he starts pulling up his motherfucking kilt.
Goodness.
Where am I moving to? Newcastle. We basically have the same accent.
Hello, Scottish listeners. Hello.
We don't have
Yeah.
any Scottish listeners.
Not
How do you
anymore.
know? You don't watch the stats.
Not anymore. We don't. Anyway, that's for certain.
So this is episode 52 of season
It is.
13.
Yes.
And we are coming to the end for this season. So nothing will be to plan. Things are going to go breaking, and we all dress up because it is fun.
Yes.
Indeed.
Yes,
Say fun.
it is fun.
is
you're
fun.
You're the one who's having to, I don't know, crowbar yourself into that very snug fitting costume there.
It is very snug.
Very.
So in other words, either TK needs to lose weight or needs to buy a bigger
Yeah,
costume.
back in 2013 when I bought this, it wasn't quite so snug.
Yeah, you were
Let's
like,
see.
No.
you were
Lose
underweight.
weight or buy another suit? Which one is easier to do? Right
suit.
in now.
You were underweight though at the time, weren't
was,
you?
He was, yes.
So
So it's impressive that you still fit into it.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
indeed.
You're,
A
with
testament to the British supermarket food. Remember, if you're underweight, feed your kids stuff from Asda. They'll be fat in no time.
I think it's the copious amounts of takeaways and hot dogs every day.
and beer.
And beer,
Yeah,
yes.
beer is the most to blame on.
Beer,
Yeah.
beer normally is the most one.
Yeah.
I mean, he
I
has
used
gone
to,
through.
I used to get through a whole lot of beer.
Yes.
What do you mean used to?
I was going to say, you're suggesting that you have stopped consuming
No,
beer?
what I'm suggesting is that my consumption of beer is dramatically less than what it used to be.
Yes, because he can't afford to keep buying them.
Hey!
No, and now it's more the fact I can afford to keep buying it. I just choose to spend my money on everything else.
Yeah.
Back when I was less able to afford it, I would buy beer.
Dear me.
Yes. So you can probably guess there's 4 of us in the studio now under these lights. It's gonna get hot.
Yes, it is.
Hot and
So-
steamy.
Bow, bow, bow.
I predict
Oh,
one of
yes,
us is going to
indeed.
pass out by the end of the show.
Which is why I've got a massive ice ball full of whiskey and cola, which means I will get inebriated, but I'll still be cool.
And I have
Hedgie, you have never been cool.
We've had
I have tried. I tried, you know.
You are very trying, you're
I
right,
am
yes.
very trying indeed,
very
yes.
trying.
And remember, if you don't try to be cool, you never will be.
So-
Remember, kids, always try. Always be trying.
You're very trying.
Remember,
This
kids,
is,
smoking is cool.
this is where normally we catch up with our weeks. Seeing as
let's
we've got
play
a
a
guest.
jingle.
Yes, we have a jingle.
This is TigerTails Radio. And now let's catch up with the cast. This is Review of the Week.
Hey. And as we have a guest who hasn't been here for a while, How has things been, Mr. Echo?
Yes,
Yeah, I know.
tell us.
I know, 'cause it has been a while, hasn't it?
Yes.
So
Episode
what?
1000.
Oh yes, of course, yes. Show 1000. Crikey, and when was that?
13 weeks ago.
13.
But I believe you went on a recent excursion. Tell us about that.
14 weeks
I
ago.
did
14 weeks
indeed.
ago.
Where did you go?
Well, I'm going to save the actual full, fulfilling of my little excursion for the for done and dusted, because
Oh, of
I'm
course,
thinking
yes.
I can do a slightly longer
But
review.
For a little titillation for our listeners, so they
Indeed.
remain. Tell us where it was.
It was ScotiaCon in Glasgow.
Ooh,
That's quite appropriate.
ScotiaCon.
Indeed,
Well,
yes.
listeners, stay tuned till the end, and you'll find out what happened.
But so that was last week. Yeah, well, it was. Well, the thing is, the reason I'm struggling to remember is the fact that no, it's not Alzheimer's. Is
Alcohol.
No, yeah, well, that was certainly fairly copiously consumed at ScotiaCon, yes. But no, the reason I'm struggling to remember when it was is because I left on Wednesday and came back on Wednesday, and so therefore it was a weird offset week that made the whole thing.
Well,
broken.
did you go for an early arrival, or did you simply go for? You went for the early
went
arrival.
for the early arrival.
Yeah.
Well, because we caught the sleeper train to and from Glasgow, so that's why it was kind of even more weirdly slanted. But yeah, I mean, other than that, I have been working lots.
Where are you working now?
Same place I was before, for
Okay.
the telecoms company. Yeah. Working. Well, I mean, like the other morning, I finished work at 1 a.m. I started work again at 4 a.m. and then was in the office by 9 a.m.
Really?
Because
Oh, my word.
because working time regulations are not a thing, kids. Be aware that your employers will abuse you.
They are a thing, and
Yes.
if they go, hey, can you do this? You can turn around and go,
No, fuck off.
Yeah.
because my contract it takes I need to have a certain amount of time between X and Y.
Oh, there's supposed to be
but-
12 hours between end and start of
Yes.
shift.
Yeah.
But lots and lots of working. And what else? I'm trying to think what else I've really done. Not an awful lot.
Oh, I know. Earning lots of money.
Yes, I've definitely. Yes,
So,
saving,
what have you been doing with your massive amounts of endless cash?
spending it on going to cons, apparently, at this point. Because rather than doing what some people whom are present have done and, get oneself into a lot of debt to attend cons, instead, I did the sensible thing of work like Billio, earn lots of money, and then go do cons.
And then spend it. Yes. Remember, I actually paid off that money, so in theory, I'm perfectly clean. The only debt I have now is student debt, which doesn't count.
Doesn't count, eh? Well,
No,
at least it
doesn't
didn't go on cons.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We just went on one con.
Yeah.
Ooh, the pain, the pain. Ow, ow.
Hedgie looks so pained by his, prehistoric student status.
Hey, I was cool back then. I was
No.
like, yeah, kids, I remember when music was cool, like Soft Cell and Aha and Tapow. You remember those, kids? Let me show you the good stuff. I'll show you I can still dance the
You do
disco.
realise they just treated you like Denver the Last Dinosaur, don't you?
Hey, he was cool.
Hedge, you've listed all of the bands that the kids who got bullied at school during that time listened to.
Again,
Yeah.
single tear.
I like how we've just completely derailed the whole, reviews of the week. Yeah,
that's Hedgie at the moment.
But as I say, I mean, that's kind of pretty much sums up the majority of what I've been up to. So where should we go next? Let's go for Teeks. So
Yes.
how's your week been, Teeks?
My week hasn't been too bad. Monday to Friday was full of work as per usual.
Hey.
I'm enjoying working from home on Mondays and Fridays still.
Hooray.
Very
That
nice.
is very nice, and long may that last.
He enjoys that.
I do.
Yeah.
He goes, I get to get up and just move 2 feet to the right and I can start work.
I roll out of bed, land in my chair, rotate 180 degrees, and I'm at the office.
Yeah, I
And
wish.
he's not joking.
Yeah, I wish that were the case for me. I mean, I've not been able to work from home since mid-December, so and never again will I be allowed to. So
Oh, God.
yeah.
That's
So,
kind
yeah.
of crazy.
Until the next lockdown.
Well, we'll see, but yeah.
Echo vapes. And so, yeah, so working from home's been good. Over the weekend was pause.
Ah.
Yeah, I
Echo
forgot.
dragged me down to pause.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the fact I dragged you down there, and it was only the weekend.
Well, that was mainly because you spent a massive 5 days at a convention. I mean, everything else seems ridiculous. It's
Yeah.
like,
No,
oh,
I think it's more the fact that whilst pause went ahead, there was a small matter of a massive fuck-off storm or two over the weekend.
Oh yes, indeed.
yes,
Yeah, that also happened.
Well, because I forgot about the thing I did yesterday.
Oh.
But anyway, I won't derail Teeks and his.
So how was pause?
Pause was good. Sat down with Froggy and a couple of other people whose pup's name I don't know.
Buster and Ed, I think.
Okay.
Ooh.
Buster was the other one, wasn't it?
Buster was the.
Arcadial.
For those people
That's it,
watching,
yeah.
these are two people off
So-
camera currently trying to visually represent who's talking.
So Buster was the older, bigger guy. I can't think what the other one's name. I can't pronounce the other one's name.
Dave.
Yeah, that's just it. Because the other one, you say the older, bigger guy.
Yeah.
So the
Well, one of them's 19, so
So more than 19 then.
the one that's
There we
nearer
go,
your
right.
age.
okay, yeah, I think I know which one.
Nearer
Yeah.
your
Yeah, nearer your age. 14.
That one's Buster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the other one I follow on for Affinity.
Hey!
And so that was fun.
Which is still a thing.
Yes,
Amazingly.
Are you an artist? Can you draw me?
Yep.
Not if you talk like that, Pally.
It's like, oh, hello, I recognise you.
Can you please draw me? Ooh.
I can stab you in the face.
Oh no.
With my pen!
That reminds me of ScotiaCon and Froggy and I, after we consumed 3 bottles of prosecco and lots of rum and coke, and it was like, ooh, yiff me, daddy.
Yes, yeah.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Yeah.
Which point security went, you do realise we have the ability to carry you out by your faces.
Yeah.
And they will.
Yeah, they will.
Dear me.
So yeah, other than that, the week wasn't too bad. I did some updates to a couple of the stations. Which
Hey!
was good.
Remember, if you find a station that hasn't been recognised on popular stations, grab your pup hood, take a picture, submit it, and give TK more work to do.
Yeah, as if my Trello backlog wasn't large enough.
I like how Hedgie's your front man pushing popular stations.
Hell yeah. I mean, heck, I went to I was like in New York, get Central Station. Okay,
Yep.
fine, I'll get Central Station. It's 4 o'clock in the morning.
That's okay, because Pup Trumpet's got Australia for us.
Hey!
Ooh.
Yeah, so we've now got pins on the Australian part of the map thanks to Pup Trumpet. So yeah, it's all good.
Remember, that is still going. Popular Stations is still running. It is not a tiny side thing. It is
Small
going,
fan project that TK wanted to run on the side. Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yeah.
which is still
that's kinda
being
taken
going.
over a little
For, yes, keep going, keep going. The more you submit, the more it will continue.
Hedges being sarcastic.
Am I?
TK will say when his backlog is clear, I am sure.
But the backlog will never be clear.
Wow. Goodness.
But anyway, talking of backlogs, Mr. Xavier, how was your week?
You finish your week then, TK?
Yeah, that's as good as.
There we go. Yeah, so week, not been too bad, aside from this weekend when it was storm all over the fucking shop.
Storm
so-
Central.
Didn't bother me. I wasn't working outside at those points.
No, but I was intending to go to work for Friday, so it was a case of wake up, check trains, all cancel. Woo! Didn't change much, so I was still working from a desk. But it did mean that I spent the Friday watching the wheelie bins that people had put out all
Going
around,
for a ride, yeah.
all around the street, which was like,
Where's our wheelie bins?
our wheelie bins are now outside because
Yeah.
I put ours in the garage along with anything that could have been
Good
picked
plan.
up and blown around. It was good until the update from Southampton Council late on Friday, which I didn't get until Saturday, saying, "Oh yeah, the bins will be picked up on Saturday morning."
Yeah.
So
I know, because mine got missed, and I was most miffed about it.
I'm not convinced they picked it up because there was at least 1 or 2 wheelie bins still out there full.
Yeah.
So I am not convinced. But yeah, so that was that. Roleplay was on Saturday, so chaos reigned with that. One of our players who normally dials it in because they live in Exeter was actually down. So we had the chaos here. So that was fun. And then Sunday was just a kind of a quiet day. Finally managing to get out into the garden, attacking the Triffid, doing bits and pieces. Well, that
Triffid needs attacking.
bloody Triffid needs to be cut back again. So I'm starting to do that now that the the wind's died down a little bit.
Okay, you got a chainsaw, haven't you?
I have, yes.
Do you want to play Attack of Triffid?
I could get the stuff down. The trouble is, without actually wrenching it out, it's never going to go away. The intention is to try and get the garden back into a state so that as soon as it is good, we can start doing stuff out in the garden again.
I'm not sure where
Yay.
the pit part of my fire pit has gone. It's gone rolling somewhere.
No, it's underneath the fire pit bit. Because when I originally checked to see if it would blow away, I looked at it and gave it a little shove and went, yeah, that's quite heavy, that won't blow away. And it did blow around the garden a little bit, so when I went out and picked it up, I went, that's lighter than I thought, I'll put it a bit more secure. So at least it didn't cause major issues.
Hey.
So that was the weekend. Work has pretty much been work flavoured, although today it was a case of, oh, by the way, there is a small pile of work that needs to be cleared. What would be the best way of helping you clear it? More people and time.
Those two commodities which never seem to happen.
Yeah. It's like, oh, could you also help clear the other pool that you know how to clear? I would, but I've got this pool I need to clear. And this work I need to clear. People and time. But yeah, that's work. So that's going to be continuing. My holiday is in March. Next holiday is in March, so be a chance to recover. Outside of that, just generally chilling with the game streams and having chaos on Friday when it was Dead Cells.
Yes.
And overrunning, because of course we did. Every time we do a run.
Yeah.
Which was all good fun.
Mr. Hedgie, how about your week?
So my week was, I was only working, I was supposed to work Saturday and Sunday this week, but Saturday it was like, sorry, all trains to Salisbury are taken out, so I had to spend all day here. So I got our latest episode of our podcast edited, so hopefully that will be up in the next week or so, which is a game where you can actually interact. So if you listen to this week's podcast, there will be an interaction for you in March's podcast.
Yeah, it's the March's podcast.
So keep an eye out for March's podcast and you will find out what you can do to play along. Just remember, you'll probably need one of these.
March copium. Like you need right now, because Hedgie.
But that was other things. I did some more voice work for this company that I've done, which again I will probably promote more when I'm able to, because at the moment there's still sort of NDAs that I can't talk about yet because they haven't been released. But in time I'll be able to pass on the information to what's going on, and you can hear my dulcet tones in certain number of characters. And I've also
Twitter,
started.
you can hear 240 characters.
Oh, having 240 characters to my name. Oh, if only. Single tear once more. But yeah, my week has been simply working on my own projects, sorting out things for my upcoming trip to Toronto, which I'm still basically working on, ensuring I've got everything I need and already sorting that out. Again, that'll be a massive thing that will be coming over in July. So if we've got a new series coming out at that time, if not, I'll basically post it on the Discord for you to have a read. I'll actually write something. How's about that?
Dun, dun, dun.
Non-fiction. Hedgie goes to Canada. Here's my little diary. So yes.
Or you could actually just vlog.
I could vlog,
because you have a channel that you don't utilise.
Yeah, I do that.
Anymore.
I go, hi everybody, welcome to Toronto, Canada, and look at me. I'm standing here in a kitchen I don't own, next to a coffee maker I don't own, drinking coffee I do own. Oh my word, it's the ability of the secondary and the primary coming together to create tertiary. Join me once more.
Oh dear.
So, there we go. That's me in a nutshell, which is pretty much the only thing that I am. A shell of my former self that is a nut.
Pretty
You are very
big
definitely a nut.
Yeah, so I think
cannot
That has
dispute
taken us
that.
to the top of the hour, which is useful, because it is now time.
We've now reached the audience participation portion of the show. It's game time.
It is indeed.
What are we playing then, Mr. TK?
We are going retro this week.
Oh!
The original Fibbage.
Oh my god!
Fibbage 1.
Wow.
Goodness me.
The extra large version
Grief.
of Fibbage 1.
USPV.
Is there anybody watching?
Well, we do have a biohazard. The
Yes.
question is, how did I get the press the button when everyone has joined? I'm assuming everyone's going to get that.
Maybe.
I'm hoping
Everybody's in
everyone to get that. Yeah, the everybody's in button.
Yeah, no one pressed that, hey?
Okay. I'm like going, why have I got this button?
Yes.
Canada Hedge, waiting for Echo.
Hey there, everybody. I'm Canada Hedge. I'm going to be hanging out here with you about 15 minutes, so there.
Oh dear. So if there is anyone else, such as DH or anyone along those lines,
Or maybe a
I know
froggy,
everyone will
maybe.
be late. Or a froggy,
Yes.
yep.
Oh, maybe. Yes.
Depends,
It
he
is the
tends to
final
work.
episode. It will be your
Yeah.
last chance to hang out with us.
Can I have the room?
Remember?
What's the room code?
The room code is USPV.
Yes.
United States Postal Vehicles.
Nice way of remembering it.
United States prefer victory, even though they never get it.
If you're wondering, yes, Hedgie has had sugar today.
Sugar and
booze.
alcohol. Smart Echo. He is indeed not just in the dress sense, but also the intelligence sense. Ooh.
And this is why
Hedgie's
we
trying
don't
to get in my
Xavier, can I
pants,
have
I
one of
think.
your thirsty ferrets, please?
I beg your
He
pardon.
wants a drink, and he hasn't got a drink, so he's asking if we can have
So he's
one of the
begging.
thirsty ferrets.
Only if you say it in the ooh-woo voice.
No, because then he'll never get it.
Ooh woo, daddy's in here.
Ooh, can I have a thirsty
And I will
ferret,
say, if you
please?
continue on proxy, then TK will never get a beer.
That's okay, I can mute them.
Damn him and his abilities! God damn you!
I wish he could mute Hedgie in real life, so therefore...
I can do that too, it's just...
Oh, I
you've
saw
got to
somebody
turn a blind eye.
Duct
so,
tape.
so whilst we're waiting, just so with a
Go on,
bit of
TK.
my week that I forgot about,
Oh.
which was that so I went to pause on Saturday with
Yeah.
obviously with Teeks. Then after pause, Froggy and I went with Buster and I can't remember what the heck the other guy's name was. And we met up with Dusky and had Nando's.
Oh,
Cheeky
God,
Nando's.
Yeah,
I haven't been to Nando's in years.
no,
Literally.
But yeah, we
Nando's.
had a Nando's. So that was nice. So then, so this was my part of my non-stop weekend apparently. So then, so that was. Then I went from there back to Froggy's and dipped in his shiny new hot tub.
Oh.
So like a 1.5 by 1.5 meter, 5-person hot tub.
Really?
Oh yeah, so it's
Wow.
a recent addition.
Put some pictures of it going in on Facebook. It was quite impressive.
5-person hot
Yeah.
tub.
And then I went back home after that. Then 8:30 on Sunday morning, I picked up Squiggle and Angel from Southampton Central and took them to Froggy's, and then we drove to Birmingham and went to a Birmingham Bazaar.
Birmingham Bazaar.
Yes. Yeah, it's like an alternative kinky indoor market.
Is that a bazaar or a bizarre bazaar?
A bizarre bazaar.
A bizarre bazaar.
Yes. Yeah, BBB.
I don't
Birmingham.
think we're going to get any more people, Teak, so you might as well start the game
That
for
is
us.
fine, let me just put my headphones
Yes.
back on.
Yeah.
That's right. I mean, I did at least my little bit of filling with,
Yes,
with
yes.
the bit that I missed out of my week.
Absolutely, and a perfect time to try
And then I
it.
got home at 1 o'clock this morning,
Oh,
Nice.
wow.
and then I was at work by 9 o'clock.
Oh, good God.
Right, is everybody ready?
Yes, we
Yep.
are.
Let's begin the game.
All right.
Game starting in 3, 2, 1.
Go.
It also gives you a cancel option on everyone's screen as well.
Yes.
My God,
Welcome
this is
to the
old.
game.
Yep.
I'm your host, Cookie, and I
Goodbye.
promise to pay attention this time. 6 players, I see. I hope you have your thinking caps on, because, well, it would just be a funny image. Let's do this. This is round 1, and that means you get 500 points for everyone you fool with your made-up answer. And you'll get 1,000 for finding the truth. Time to pick a category.
Oh, it's the host choice.
We've never played this on stream.
Now we
Oh,
have
Jesus.
phones.
Okay, here's your first question.
Phones.
Moviegoers who use their cell phones at the Prince Charles Cinema in London are escorted out by people dressed as blank. Now, use your device to enter a bluff that you think will
Wow.
fool the other players into thinking it's true. If you can't think of anything in time, use the Lie For Me button for half the points. Do it now.
So, moviegoers who use their cell phones at the Prince Charles Cinema in London are escorted out by people dressed as blank.
Blank.
Okay,
quick.
here are
Okay.
the choices. Find
So
the
we
truth
have
and
ninjas,
enter it on your device.
Footmen, Smith agents, skunks, nuns, knights, or clowns.
I'm going to pick the answer I want it to be. I don't know if it's correct or not.
Oh,
Yeah.
Let's see what everybody selected.
Oh, what bonus is different?
nice. And that
Oh,
was
and we're earning
that was
trophies.
their lie.
We are earning trophies.
Skunks. Mr. Xavier chose it. It was Echo's lie.
It was a good lie.
Clowns.
Johnson went for it. And
And
it
it
was...
was Tiger's lie.
And it was also
And
Oh, and Xavier's lie.
Oh, my word.
great
that
minds think
explains
alike.
why there was the knights on there.
Ninjas. And it was the truth.
Very swift.
Well done,
Ninjas.
Echo.
I just went for the most bizarre thing.
The most bizarre thing out of the list of bizarre things that
Yes.
was on
Yeah.
there. Okay.
Well, yeah.
Oh no, it does
Minus
minus
500
points.
points.
Oh no, this is not a
We're
fun game.
dead.
Oh, yes,
wow.
I'm loving my plus 1,500 points.
Select a
It's
category.
my turn.
This is a terrible game.
This is
Okay,
wonderful.
here's
I
the
like this
question.
game.
Not
One of
the
Kim
Amazon TV show.
Jong-il's many titles was Invincible and Ever-Triumphant General and Highest Incarnation of the Revolutionary Comradely blank. Type in your lies now.
God.
Invincible. Okay, so one of Kim Jong-il. So many titles was Invincible and Ever Triumphant General and Highest Incarnation of the Revolutionary Camaraderie. Something that people will accept as a lie.
And there's not much time to answer.
Hurry!
The time is a lot shorter in this
Oh,
game.
yes, it is.
Yeah, because we got no extend, but that's just smart echo.
Hey, everybody's
But
in.
that was not
All right, where's the truth?
So, Invincible and Ever Triumphant General and Highest
edgy.
Incarnation of the Revolutionary Camaraderie Scotsman, love, people, army, spirit of fellows or gladiators.
There is like a few,
Oh, God.
very few. There we go.
And I'm not going to be able to read any of
Okay,
these
let's
because I
take a
can't
look.
see the screen and
Army.
see the right.
3 people went for it.
It was my lie!
Well done,
A,
Hedgie.
Great
a
lie.
logical lie. A logical lie.
Spirit.
3 went for it.
It was
Biohazard.
Biohazard's lie. Well
Wow,
done.
that was one hell of a lie. A hell of a lie.
And it was a
Well,
safety
don't
lie.
you feel
Love.
foolish?
Love.
Good lord.
That was the other one I was looking at, and I thought,
IAETGAHIOTRCL for short. And nobody fell for some of these ingenious lies.
Boo. How does that put me? It puts me in second place.
but there's no negative, so we do it.
No.
Yay,
Scotsman,
everybody.
army, people, spirit of fellows, gladiators. Almost a
Yeah.
sentence.
Yeah,
All right, pick a
Biohazard.
category.
it's Biohazard's choice.
How did people get minus numbers last time then?
They picked their lie,
Their lie.
which we've never seen on the recent one because they don't do it.
Psychiatry.
Okay, here's
Psychiatrists.
the question. New Mexico State Senator Duncan Scott successfully got a bill passed in the New Mexico Senate requiring psychiatrists testifying in court to wear a blank. Enter your lies now.
Ooh, good grief.
Mexico, New Mexico. Okay. I can think of funny answers. I can't think of decent lies.
Yep.
I thought of a decent lie, it's just not funny.
Okay, which one's the truth?
So, psychiatrists testifying in court in New Mexico had to wear a sombrero, a nappy, a pair of glasses, a balaclava, a wizard's hat, a pink suit, or a stethoscope.
It's one of two. It is one of two.
I picked
Yeah.
the one I really wanted to be.
A pink suit, obviously.
Okay,
I
what
don't
did
think
everyone
it's the
pick?
sombrero though.
So a
Wizard's
stethoscope.
hat.
2 people went for that. It was TK Tiger's lie.
Ka-ching points.
Yeah, always
Pair of glasses.
balls.
I am a Bolton Charleston went for. It was my lie. Wizard's hat. TK Tiger and Biohazard went for it. It was the truth.
The bill did not make it past
dear.
the New Mexico House, however. They declared that a courtroom is no place for funny outfits unless you're the judge. And that's it. Nobody else's
done.
lies got picked.
Woo. So has that changed the status?
It has to be up
The answer
points
is
down.
yes, it's TK Tiger and myself are level pegging. Yes.
The likes don't give points this time. Okay.
Oh,
We have a
Now it's
lamp.
round 2, where all point values are doubled. Let's do it.
yes.
Time to pick a
Mr.
category.
Xavier gets to pick.
Points matter now.
Yeah.
They do.
Well, I don't think this is the person.
Chad.
Okay, here's the question. Chad Orzel wrote the book
is
How to
this?
Teach Blank to Your Dog. Type in your
Ooh.
lies now.
Excuse me.
We'll see how the chaos goes with this.
Mine is a lie.
Everybody's in.
Okay, here you go. Find the truth.
So Chad Orzel wrote the book How to Teach Tennis to Your Dog. Physics, computers, English, tricks, music, or Sudoku. Oh, good gracious.
I've gone for the one I really wanted to be. I don't think it's right, but I really wanted to be this one.
Everybody's in.
All right, let's see what everybody picked.
Be interesting.
English. Biohazard picked it. It was my lie.
Be interesting because dogs aren't the smartest of creatures.
Music. Charleston and myself picked it.
The one I-
It was Echo's lie.
The one I've picked hasn't shown up yet.
Yeah,
Sudoku. Echo picked it.
still not my one.
It was Charleston's lie. Physics. TK
please
Tiger
don't-
and I am
don't
both picked
dare.
it. It's the truth.
And maybe your
Jesus.
dog can teach physics to me. And that means some of these didn't get picked.
What the absolute?
Indeed.
And Echo has gone above me. He is challenging TK Tiger for the lead.
Indeed. Mwahaha.
Select a
Charleston gets to
category.
pick.
Ooh. Doing the Charleston, eh?
Yes.
Okay, here's the question.
We might have a
During the
bit more knowledge.
1990s, teachers
No, we
in
won't.
North Korea were, oddly enough, required to know how to blank. Enter your lies now.
Right, so just to remember for everyone, North Korea is the bad one. So during 1990s, teachers in North Korea were, oddly enough, required to know how to.
How to blank.
How
to
to blank.
Blankety blank. Blankety blank.
Copyright claim.
Yeah.
Hurry up.
Copyright claim. Copyright claim. Copyright claim.
Okay, here are your choices.
Okay, so during the 1990s, teachers in North Korea were, oddly enough, required to know how to masturbate, execute defiant students, salute, speak English, play the accordion, handle firearms, or spell.
There's two. Again, there's two.
What, handle firearms and execute defiant students?
Well, both in the same thing. So
Yeah.
All right.
Or
who
playing the
picked what?
accordion, maybe.
salute. I picked it. It was Biohazard's lie. Handle firearms. TK Tiger Biohazard and Smart Egg picks it. It was my lie.
Great lie there.
Speak English. I am a bot picked it. It was TK Tiger's lie. And play the accordion. Charleston picked it. It was the truth.
One of the two that I
Even
saw.
in the
and it was
classroom,
like,
North Koreans are pro-torture. And that means...
Well, at least now they can play the songs of Weird Al Yankovic.
I very nearly went for that. I wish I had.
And I am winning currently.
It's only 1,000 points.
Smart Echo chose masturbate. Of course he did.
category.
And Smart Echo gets to choose.
Ooh.
Choose your weapon.
In your own time. Birth.
And of course
Okay,
the
here's
gay
the
man
question.
picks birth.
In 1726,
I'm
a
not
British
gay.
woman
How dare
named
you?
Mary Toft convinced doctors that she had given birth to blank.
Oh.
Type in your lies now.
So 1726, a British woman named Mary Toft convinced doctors she had given birth to blank.
All right.
TK, what? TK, you've just earned a trophy.
Hit the lie for me button if you can't think of
We
something.
don't know how. Who's left?
Still playing.
Who's left? Everybody's in.
All
Did
right,
you find the
where's
truth, TK?
I might have found the truth by accident.
So,
God
a
damn
British
it. I
was
woman
thinking what
named
was really
Mary
stupid.
Toft convinced doctors she'd given birth to Satan, a canine, the Antichrist, rabbits, a baby, the Messiah, or a fox. Well, what could it be? We shall find out soon enough.
Now the question is, which answer was TK close
All
enough
right,
to?
let's see what
That's the
everybody
question.
picked.
Satan. Biohazard picked it. It was Xavier's lie.
Points is good.
A canine. I picked it. It was Biohazard's lie. The Messiah. Mr. Xavier picked it. It was Charleston's lie. The Antichrist. Charleston picked it. It was my lie. And finally, a fox. Echo picked it. It was TK Tiger's lie. Rabbits. TK Tiger picked it. It was the truth.
Because
And we're
TK
done.
found the truth to start with.
Yeah. They said, you're not allowed to put in a rabbit. Oh, okay, I won't then. I'll put in a fox.
That's why I put a Kano. I was like, yeah, maybe TK put that. So, yeah. Round 3.
Welcome to the final fibbage. This is your final question, and it's worth triple. It's anybody's game. Okay, here is your final fibbage question. Former First Lady Barbara Bush wrote an official apology letter to this fictional character in 1990. Enter your lies now.
How many of our listeners were alive at that point?
An apology letter to a fictional character in 1990.
I've got mine to lie this time.
Ooh, there's 2 people still waiting. Everybody's in.
Okay, here you go. Find the truth.
So, Barbara Bush wrote an official apology letter to this fictional character in 1990. Barbie, Charlie Brown, Marge Simpson, Roger Rabbit, Bart Simpson, Batman, or Santa Claus. Wait, Santa Claus is fictional?
He's real in the hearts and minds of the children who believe.
Ooh. Everybody's in.
Okay, let's take a look.
Roger Rabbit. Biohazard picked it. It was Xavier's lie. Barbie. Mr. Xavier and I picked it. It was Echo's lie.
Mwahaha.
Charlie Brown. Echo picked it. It was Charleston's lie.
So one of the
And it
Simpsons?
was
And
also...
also my lie.
That was weird.
Yes. Marge Simpson. TK Tiger and Charleston picks it. The truth.
So
The letter
someone
said,
put
I'm
Bart
sorry I
Simpson
had a
in it,
cow.
didn't they?
I did, yes.
And we're done.
Final scores. And TK Tiger. Fix.
Considering you got last, I think he did
Thumbs
well.
cup. 9 likes, Charleston.
Well done,
Charleston. You got the thumbs cup. Well done. Yeah. TK Tiger wins. Charleston gets the thumbs cup, which of course is a real participation trophy and always counts.
Very
It's
silly.
probably the best participation trophy, really.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
It's like it's the one everybody actually wants. It's like we don't care if we were right, we wanted everyone popular.
Were the answers funny? If yes.
Oh god, I love it.
Right, so chat amongst yourselves for a second while I queue up the next game.
Thank you.
So, remember, this is episode 52 of season 13. We're going to have downtime after this, so Mondays will be blank. However, we still will be providing the podcast, greymuzzlepodcast.com, which is available on
.co.uk.
which is available on Spotify, Apple Music, and anywhere you get podcasts. Also, there will be Xavier playing games that kick my ass, where he tries his hand at tough stuff. And of course, Friday Night Gaming, which includes Friday Night Fights, the final Friday of every month, where there's a massive jamboree of fighting games showing off how good we are or how bad we are at one-on-one fighters. Remember, you can take in those, they'll still be going. The only thing that will be down is TigerTails Radio while we're resetting the studio and improving it, hopefully, to a better standard of what it is now. If you remember, we've had studios in the past, A, B, C, D, and also the mystery location, which was actually Echo's place while we had it. So that's the secret revealed there.
A look behind the curtain.
Those will be improving as well. Also, there'll be other things going on as well. You can still find us at the various websites. You can still comment on the Discord. We'll still be there replying to those. There's always going to be things going on. The only thing that we'll be missing is Mondays. So keep paying attention to the podcast. Wednesdays and Fridays, there will still be streams going on.
Okay, Hedge.
Yep.
You can stop now.
All right. Fine, cut me off in mid-flow. You know, don't wait for me to take a breath. Just shut me up.
Yep, I will, because I'm going to play jingle.
Okay.
You're listening to TigerTails Radio, giving Cards Against Humanity a run for its money. It's time for Quiplash.
It's Quiplash XL.
Retro Quiplash 1.
Good grief.
Good lord.
And your room code is LMXA. That's Lima, Mike, X-Ray, Alpha.
Let me X-ray alphas. Except the alpha male doesn't exist, so you can't X-ray anything.
Examine asses.
Isn't everyone an alpha male comparative to you, Hedgie?
No. I'm basically just a beta to everybody else.
I'd have said more the Omega.
Yeah, I think I would agree.
Man, I'm not even like second and right at the bottom.
Well, you are the one in the pink suit after all.
I am, but I chose to be. I was not forced to be, I chose.
Oh, well, you would love it.
Remember, if you choose, you're never a simp.
Except you are a simp.
Yeah.
Because I choose to be.
Sure you do. Sure you do.
Anyway.
Yes, shall we continue?
I think we should.
Yep.
Let's see if it comes in.
Incel Hedgie.
Oh, I haven't seen this in years.
Hi, I'm Schmitty. That's spelled S-C-H, Mitty. Okay, folks, welcome to your worst nightmare, but in a good way. This is round one.
Yay.
You'll see 2 prompts on your device. Answer them any way you want. Each answer will go up against someone else's answer, and everyone will vote on which they like most. It's simple. You score based on the percentage of players who like your answer. Plus, there are winners' bonuses at stake. Go.
And the points don't matter.
No, they do.
Oh yeah, the character limit is short of TK.
Yes.
He's determined to find the character limit again. There's no target number as well. Oh, he's thinking. He's deleting. He's retyping. And he's in. He's in.
Whoa.
Good grief, this brings back memories. Back in the day, I say that. I remember this. Back in the early days of smartphones when you didn't have them damn black bricks. Remember the pop-up keyboard? Less that thing attached there. When we wanted to write emails, we didn't have no predictive text there. We had to type in our words like we were writing them down in school textbooks. Oh, God, I remember those days. Oh, you wouldn't let it lie.
Let's start this show.
Let me take Hedgie out back and shoot him.
Yeah,
Invent a
please.
Christmas
So,
tradition sure to catch on.
invent a Christmas edition sure to catch on. We have
Okay,
hanging the
voting
poor
time,
person
pick
from
your
the door. Fairly sure that is an actual Christmas tradition. Or basting the turkey with Daddy's special sauce. Hello, Hedgie's answer.
Or Echo's answer.
Daddy's sauce, I remember when you could buy that in shops.
Daddy's on chips.
Sorry?
Daddy's on chips.
Yes, he is.
Deary me.
That was right, it was Echo's answer.
And it's a tie!
Yeah.
Hanging a poor person from the door while pouring on Daddy's special sauce.
Next in line,
Well.
a good improvement to make to Mount Rushmore.
So a good improvement to
Time to
make. It's a good improvement to make to Mount Rushmore. Add googly eyes. Replace with TK, Hedgie, Xavier, and Echo. Someone's looking fishing for points there.
Yeah, they are.
Someone's fishing for points.
I'm happy to give them to the points.
And it's a tie again. So replace TK, Hedgie, Xavier, and Echo with googly eyes.
And next, the one thing you wish a politician would just say already.
One thing you wish a politician
more
would
devices.
just say already. Furries are real people too. Or hashtag we all suck.
Well, I think Xavier is the furry's answer.
Furries are real people too. Or hashtag we all suck.
Hashtag
Both of
we
those
all
two
suck
things
for the
together are true.
crown.
I was right.
And Wheel Suck wins it 3-1.
Because Xavier forgot an O in 2.
Okay, next one. A new slang term for impotence.
Hedgie? New slang term for
It's voting
impotence.
time.
Erection?
So a new slang term for impotence is either floppy jobby or
erection.
erection, which is the polar opposite of
Yes,
impotence.
it is indeed.
That's why I'm confused.
Or maybe it's like saying sick for cool. Dude.
Maybe they should have said
Yeah, but surely
direction.
most of you here are middle-aged men, so you're well used to that.
And Floppy Jobby gets it
We are well used to
and
erections.
gets the whiplash.
And next,
Direction would have been a greater
coming
answer.
soon to a theater
yeah.
near you,
Biohazard said
Benedict
his
Cumberbatch
keyboard
is
died
blank.
anyway, so that might be it.
Time to vote.
So coming to a theatre near you, Benedict Cumberbatch is daddy,
Hedgie's
or
answer.
Benedict Cumberbatch is naked. Can we have both of those answers, please?
Naked
Naked daddy, please.
Ooh.
How to make sure he never comes again. Yes.
And naked wins it.
Coming up next, Jesus' real last words.
Oh, dear me. Jesus' real
more
last
devices.
words. Judas, you asshole. Or just don't listen to Westbro, okay? I'm fairly sure it would have been just stop fucking me stabbing me with a spear, you bastards.
I thought it was always look on.
The bright side of life.
That was Brian.
Oh yeah.
That was Brian. Not the Messiah, he's just a very naughty boy.
Yeah.
Somebody's thinking.
Someone's not voting.
And Judas, you asshole, wins it 3. I could have got a whiplash, but something. Oh, I have got a whiplash.
Yeah, this is old style rules.
Xavier failed to vote.
That's
My
round one.
screen
Let's
was
take
just
a look at
going
the
blue,
scores.
but never mind.
How are we doing? For round
We have
1?
points.
And myself and TK Tiger are tied.
Oh, I missed what the ties were tied.
It was broken by our
On to
intern,
round 2,
Stan.
where all points are
Yeah,
doubled.
these screens go
Doubled, I
past
say.
way quickly.
Yep.
But now the points matter, so think of decent answers. Ooh.
I'm in first. One of you. Saying I said that my Dickens novels early along, and here I am answering the questions. Pew, pew, pew. Like rapid fire bullets of answers to quips. Echo has joined me, as has Xavier. Hedgie, meanwhile, is pondering what words are.
Yes.
He doesn't know what words are.
Well, it used to be that whenever we were doing this, TK would be spending a small amount of time writing his novel.
Yeah.
Whatever
Well, I'm
edition
in.
that we have.
Now we're just waiting for our guests. We're waiting for Charleston and Biohazard. Charleston's in. Biohazard is still taking his time, which he's allowed to do.
He has about 25 seconds covering for the lag.
Oh,
He's in. It doesn't matter.
everybody's in.
Okay, it's time for some quiplashing. The first prompt is rename Winnie the Pooh to something more appropriate / descriptive.
Fat Teddy. So rename
Okay,
Winnie the
everyone,
Pooh
vote
to
for your
something
favourite.
more appropriate or descriptive. Winnie the Turd.
No.
Fairly sure that doesn't describe
Whiny
the teddy
the
bear.
turd.
Whiny the Turd still doesn't describe the teddy bear. Or Whiny the gender neutral.
That's Winnie,
Winnie.
the gender neutral.
Winnie the gender neutral.
Yes, that's spelled correctly.
But I'm fairly sure he's not gender neutral either. But never mind.
Well, I don't know. You don't really see his genitals. So.
Yes.
And how do you know how he identifies?
They just say he's a silly old man.
Yeah.
And it's a tie. 50% to each of us.
We will have points, thank you.
Next up, a very unnecessary surgery.
Oh, who's the good gators?
A very unnecessary
Time to vote.
surgery. Sixth toe addition or hegioplasty?
Why would
So
anybody want
six.
hegioplasty?
The question
very
is a very
unnecessary.
unnecessary surgery.
Is that removing me from somebody? Who am I attached to?
It could be adding you, because, you know, hegioplasty.
Yeah. The adaptions make.
Hegioplasty, which we still don't know what it is, wins 3-1.
And because we don't know what it is, that's why it's so
Next
unnecessary.
one.
Welcome to most medical
Terrible
procedures.
name for a cruise ship.
What, hegioplasty?
A terrible
It's
name for a
voting time.
cruise ship. Under the Sea, which we won't allow to continue into the song because fuck.
Yeah, Disney
Content ID.
really gets title that one.
Or the Salmonella, which I'm fairly sure did actually exist, only wasn't actually named that at the
It's
time.
called the norovirus.
Yeah,
Oh!
that was the most amusing bit of news I ever saw. The entire cruise ship
The SS
is
Under the
quarantined
Sea
due to
wins it.
food poisoning.
Yes.
Well, squirting out both ends if it was norovirus.
Yeah, they
I-
were.
King Kong
Yeah.
is most self-conscious about.
What King Kong is most self-conscious about?
Time to vote.
Armpit hair or the environment? How would you be self-conscious about the environment?
Well, you
depends
pay
what-
attention to recycling.
Yeah.
You want to make sure rivers are clean.
Self-conscious is something about yourself. Say,
Well, yeah, but if he has terrible
And
gas, though,
Armpit
maybe that.
Hair wins it 4-0 and gives TJ Tiger whiplash in round 2, which means he's won. Game over.
Not necessarily. It's still rated to 500.
Why should you never turn your back on a penguin? Vote on your devices.
So why should you never turn your back on a penguin? Those buggers bite your ass hard, or because it steals from behind.
And those buggers bite your ass hard. Wins it 4-0. It's a whiplash for Echo.
Oh, yeah.
The game is still afoot.
Beautifully.
Hedge, what happens when penguins watch aeroplanes
The worst
overhead?
excuse
I
for
don't
showing
know.
up
What
late to
happens?
work.
Nothing!
The worst excuse for
It's
showing
voting
up
time.
late to work. I need a big poo. Someone I knew actually used that as an excuse. Or the zipper got caught in my fursuit.
Oh, the zipper got caught in my fursuit. Ooh. And the zipper got caught in my fursuit. Ooh. Win 75%.
Oh dear.
Goodness,
Hedge is
just
having a
emerge
stroke.
ahead.
More. Let's see the
Pay us
damage.
some money on PayPal.
Hedge is just
Let's
having a
see
stroke.
who's winning this time. Ew, TK Tiger still winning with Smart Echo coming from behind.
His favourite
And
position.
now round
Well,
3,
absolutely.
the
Last
last lash. Point values are tripled, and you'll all be answering the same prompt this time.
Not trip lash though.
Prompt is how Jonah passed the time stuck inside a giant fish.
Ooh.
Let me click in the thing. There we go. Right, what do you reckon, TK? Masturbation's going to be an answer?
Naturally.
Yep. Catching up with all of the seasons of Friends? No, Netflix and chill. There we go. That'd be another good one.
Well, two people who have still got to answer, so stop giving them ideas.
It's fine. It's only Hedgie. You don't want him to win. Only
Hedgie
10
can't
seconds,
win.
Hedge. The timer is faster on this one. Type faster. Type faster. Type faster.
I'm in.
No pressure.
Everybody's in. Okay, in round 3, you get to award 3 votes. You can give them all to one answer or spread them out.
Okay, so how Jonah passed the time stuck inside a giant fish, beating his meat, listening to podcasts on Spotify, playing Quiplash, cooked it from within, cooking sushi with slices of its tongue. He enjoyed the spare rubs.
Spare rubs.
Oh yeah, we have to.
You get
Oh,
3
yes.
votes.
Yes.
Fuck, I forgot this.
You can vote either for the same
Oh.
one 3 times if you wish, if you liked it that much.
Can you?
Or you can
Yes,
spread
you
your vote
can.
around.
Okay.
You can add medals this time. Remember that? It's-
Medals was Quiplash 2.
Real
Oh,
Scrimmage 2 is just
my bad.
votes. And audience members get one.
vote.
There is an audience.
Cooked it from within, got one vote.
6%.
Not too bad. Oh god, yes, I remember this.
Beating his meat, got 2
2
votes.
votes. 11%.
It was like back in the 2010s that we played this.
Playing Quiplash. 3 votes. He enjoyed the spare rubs. 3 votes. 17%. And listening to podcasts on Spotify. 4 votes. 22%.
So 4 or 5 votes for cooking sushi or the food.
And oh, 5 votes with 28%. Charleston.
A respectable number of votes then.
Yes. So what has that done
It's
to the final
over.
scores?
Let's take a look at the final scores.
Yes.
Doesn't affect them as much as you think.
And TK Tiger wins it 59,010 points.
That was the difference that when we went from 2 to 3.
Yes.
The trip lash finally actually affected the final score.
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
Judas, you asshole.
Oh yeah, so on to the game with Judas, you asshole.
And
Armpit
Armpit
hair.
Hair.
This is the game where we play, where we try to make a sentence out of stupid words.
And those buggers bite your ass hard. Judas, you asshole. And Floppy Jobby. Well, having your ass bitten hard probably gives you a Floppy Jobby. Judas, you asshole. God damn it.
You wonder why Quiplash now monitors our games.
Yeah.
I believe there was a comment from on the YouTubes from Charleston.
Yes?
Yes. Did you read it out?
No. Because
Charleston
we're playing
said,
a game.
"Oh, will you be coming to my house to deliver my trophy?" It's like,
let me know
yes,
which type
we'll
my
come
address
to your
is."
place.
No, it says, well, let me know which type my address so you can send me my address,
Yeah,
please.
it's true.
If you want to send your address in, we will send you Hedgie.
That's a trophy.
Yeah, that's a trophy.
That's
Yeah.
not a...
I will send you a Moonpig card with this photo.
No, we'll just send you Hedgie.
Yeah, we'll send you Hedgie. That's not a
Yeah.
promise, that's a threat.
Yeah, that is definitely a threat.
Threat.
He may or may not be dressed and or conscious.
It's your very own naked Hedgiesaurus.
Hey!
got the meme in the last show.
Meme fucking gets in because
Well, that has been Quiplash, a throwback to when that originally was brought onto the show,
Yes,
back in the
yes.
2010s, around about there.
Wow.
Even beforehand, I feel.
When I was a wee bairn.
Yes. Although you're still a wee bairn, really. So
Well,
Yeah.
comparative to you guys, yes.
But now we have a chance to talk about something that
Charleston
we
says,
have done.
okay, I accept a hedge.
Okay,
Wow.
Hedge, we need to find a packing crate that we can put you in.
Charleston, email your address to I'm really happy to accept hedge at TigerTailsRadio.co.uk. That is a valid email address.
It
Yes,
is
it is.
indeed.
So, let us do Review of the Week.
Yes.
Not Review of the Week, done and dusted.
No, done and dusted.
Yes, it's undusted.
So we're
It's
gonna
that
have.
time where the cast of Tiger Tales Radio review stuff badly. This is Done and Dusted.
Now, Echo and I are going to switch places because Echo's going to talk about something and he needs to be on camera for this.
Okay.
Okay, fair enough.
Apparently.
We are indeed.
So you get to look at me for a minute.
Hello.
Because why
Well,
not?
we switch places.
My ugly mug who hasn't shaved in pieces.
Yeah, you're the
I'm
light
looking more
on
posh.
the light on you might need adjustment because you were coming out very pink.
Very pink.
Although that might be the TV. I don't know what the settings are on the TV.
Madness.
So, Echo, you need to shout loud. in that
Light!
mic.
Okay.
Way too much light.
Let me put the power brick on the floor.
Way too
All
much
the
light.
colours.
Jesus.
Oh, gracious.
Or I could just go disco light. Hang on. Wonderful.
So,
So now I'm going to really have to shout.
You are indeed.
Disco light, disco light, disco light, disco light, disco
Yep.
light.
you need to put some effort into that mic.
Yes, apparently so.
So, Echo
moved.
is doing Done and Dusted.
I know.
Question is, what is that Done and Dusted? Please remind us.
Well, I shall when,
When he decides to change
There we
everything.
go. Hello,
Hey!
everybody. Can you hear me all right?
Yes.
Yes, good. Okay, that's all right. Then I'll just speak up a bit.
Yeah,
you know.
Good,
keep
good,
looking
good.
into that mic and talking loud.
Yeah.
Ah, absolutely,
Speak
yes.
to the mic, look to the camera. It's
I,
good fun.
I'm trying to.
So, Echo is doing Done and Dusted, and I believe you're talking about your experience at ScotiaCon 2022.
I am indeed, yes.
So please regale us of the
Oh,
stories.
yeah. So I have the con book for
Hooray!
ScotiaCon 2022 because I thought
Absolutely. Now,
there's nothing
did
like
you
showing
go
off artwork
for
without permission.
did you go for attendee or did you go for full sponsor?
I went full sponsor as
Oh.
I have my my lanyard.
Oh, your
here.
lanyard. So what did you get for sponsorship this year? What were the free things?
The free things. So the free things this year were a T-shirt.
Ooh.
Which was quite well. Actually, I mean, as part of the whole ScotiaCon story, given the fact that they managed to knock this up in 5 weeks, the T-shirts didn't arrive until the 3rd day of the con because they were still being shipped.
Oh no.
Yeah. So yeah.
But you got them eventually.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
yeah. They were just like, yeah, you'll come down to Con-Ops kind of at some point when we inform you, because the fortunate thing is, at least in this day and age of cons and the joys of Telegram,
Yes.
means that they can broadcast stuff and people will see it whilst they're at the con.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Because back in your day, when back in the prehistory when you
Back in 1999, when the internet was but a tiny thing.
I
yes.
think you'll find we had AOL Instant Messenger. Thank you very much.
Yes, but you just didn't have internet connectivity whilst you were at the con, or a
That's true,
device
we didn't, yeah.
to observe such things.
There was
on.
an internet room where you could go, but that was
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Whereas we all have these wonderful, portable devices that we
We
have in
do.
our pockets.
So you got obviously the lanyard, you
Yep,
got
lanyard,
the
so-
T-shirt. I believe you're holding one of the things you
I
got.
am indeed, yes. I have a 45 vinyl.
You're
Ooh.
holding it wrong.
Well, I know, I'm holding it by... Okay.
Yeah, there
You're
you go.
holding it by the
Well,
Now,
because I had
this
to get
was-
it out of the sleeve, which
This
is...
was due to ScotiaCon being the disco theme.
Yes, so yeah, this
Yes.
year's theme was disco. Well, apparently not exactly disco, but they didn't really specify what the theme was. They
Oh,
just
okay.
sort of went dancey disco,
Oh, so probably like 70s or something.
maybe something kind of that
What
sort
is the
of thing.
vinyl?
It is the Osmonds. It is a single "Hold Her Tight" on the
Hence
A
the disco
side,
theme.
and "Love Is" on the B side.
Oh.
Although they
so-
did have things like a blackjack tournament.
Yes,
Oh, I
yes.
see.
Are they just giving up random vinyls, or
Yeah.
everyone get the same?
No, they were all a whole massive bunch of random different vinyls.
So somebody was basically getting rid of their record collection.
Pretty much, yeah.
Maybe.
Having said that, though, they're all in mint condition, so they're obviously well looked after vinyls.
TK's going to be trying to get that from you. So,
I've got plenty of my own thanks.
I was
What
going to say,
else?
it's probably not up his kind of street, really, as far as music goes. Is
what
it?
else did you get apart from that?
Got something by the Osmonds.
Because normally the sponsorships, they give you quite a good stuff.
Yeah, I think the trouble is that because, as I say, because the whole con was organised in 5 weeks, they were a little short on time to be able to, get stuff together.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
I mean, I get the feeling from the people I've spoken to that they were like, it's a little bit light on the sponsorship this year.
Yeah.
Especially considering it was 50 quid? I think it was 50 quid for sponsor this year.
Oh, that's pretty cheap for sponsorship.
Maybe it was more. Might have been more. I can't actually remember. I just know it was.
So for this year, for sponsorship, you got screwed.
Yes. Well,
Well, I mean-
no. We put money into the convention
Yes,
so that they can
yes.
afford to be better next year.
I mean, I can confirm that super sponsor for Confuzzled when I last went there in, I think 2016 was about £150 for
Yes,
super
it is
sponsor.
super sponsor this year I think was like $250.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think just standard sponsor was $150 this year. My trip to ScotiaCon. So Froggy and I went with Avi to ScotiaCon this year.
Hey.
So we caught the sleeper train from Euston. So the journey in itself was a bit of an interesting experience, shall we say. So Froggy picked me up. We drove to his parents.
Ooh.
Then his parents dropped us at Stevenage railway station. We then got the train from Stevenage to King's Cross.
Oh.
We then picked up an Avi in London, and we then walked with what can only be described as 1 billion tons of luggage. Because I mean, I had the fursuit case, my hiking backpack, and a little bag. And I was like, right, well, I can carry all these things because I have a back and I have 2 hands. Unfortunately, at least the fursuit case is a wheelie case. So,
Yes, yeah.
I was like, that's fine. I've got just enough luggage that I can cope on my own. Then Froggy was like, well, here, have 50 billion more bags. So Froggy took, he took a massive wheelie case which weighed about 1 million tons on its own. He then had 2 massive holdalls, his backpack, and also all of his fursuit partials in individual black bin liners.
How many were there? How many did he bring?
He's got 3 partials.
Oh my! And he brought all of them.
All of them.
Oh
and
my
the thing
word!
is that Punk Dog has a mohawk that stands about nearly 2 feet off the top of his head.
Oh, good grief!
So his fursuit head is huge.
Oh man!
And then there was Candy and the Frog, as the 3 partials.
Mm-hmm.
So he was like, yeah, well, it's fine. We'll meet Avi at King's Cross. What he neglected to realise is that Avi was coming from Nottingham, which the train from Nottingham does not come into King's Cross. It comes into St Pancras, which is on the other side of the road.
Yes.
Which, okay, is only a short walk away, but when you have 1 billion tons of luggage, it's
a long
very
run.
arduous journey.
I remember when I went to Eurofurence having to drag that case with that suit from King's Cross to St Pancras and going, I've got 10 minutes before check-in closes.
Yeah.
And when your heart is beating like crazy, that thing feels like a ton.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the fortunate thing is, at least on the way out, we got there. I think we left my place about 11:30.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got, I think, actually into London about 3ish, because we kind of dawdled it. We went so I've met Froggy's parents for a bit, so which was nice. So we dawdled a little bit at their place and had a cup of tea and some cake, and but yeah, then to say we made it down to King's Cross. And Froggy completed an interview for a new member of staff whilst at King's Cross, and left me with all the luggage. So I was sat in the drafty departure hall at King's Cross with all the luggage. So yeah, anyway, eventually Avi arrived. We then made our way from there to Euston, because the sleeper leaves from Euston station, which equally is a 15-minute walk, which with normal amounts of luggage would not be too far.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a fairly arduous journey with all this luggage. The other thing is that what I will add is that in said luggage was a substantial amount of rubber, which obviously, one cannot mention about rubber at a furry convention. But of course, but this is Froggy. So, and anyway, eventually we made it to Euston. Once we got to Euston, we were like, right, going to the bar. We were like, it's got to be done. So we headed upstairs to the upstairs pub in Euston Station. We sat outside, we ordered some food and drinks and whatnot, and we sat and had a jolly old time. Then we were like, the people from the pub were like, right, we've got to close the outside. I say in air quotes because it's inside the station but outside of where the pub building is. So they're like, but you can sit inside in the in the inside of the pub as long as you like, because we're not closing until 11. So we went inside and we sat and we had some more drinks and, just nattered and stuff. And then we were like, we can go to the first class lounge because you get complimentary food and drink then. So we went to we got up to head to the first class lounge, and as we were about to walk out of the door, I heard a voice from my right go, "Oh, I recognise you." So anyway, I looked over, and so the previous weekend before this, I had been to the London Alternative Market with a few other, with a couple of other friends, and we'd met someone there who was like, "Oh, we recognise you," and we were like, "Yeah, we recognise you too, but we don't know where we know one another from. We just know that we do."
I love that game. I know you.
Yeah.
I know you. Where do we know each other from? I don't know.
No, we don't know where, but we do know each other because we definitely recognise one another. We don't know where from. We stood and had a chat, and said person was sat with somebody else in the pub in Euston, and so we and they were sat with someone else. And he was like, yeah, this friend of mine is going to Scotland. We're like, oh, cool, so are we. Wait, what are you up to? She's like, I'm going to ScotiaCon. We're like, oh, cool, so are we. Are you on the sleeper? They were like, yep. But so the only thing is that said person wasn't actually booked in a cabin like we were. They were booked in the seated sleeper service.
Ow.
However, we were like, well, I've got a twin cabin, and Froggy and Avi had a twin cabin. Obviously, there was only me in my cabin. So, and obviously with the seated service on that train, that's second class, whereas we were effectively in first class. So, but because effectively there is space for another person in my cabin, we were like, wow, we'll see if we can get you in the first class lounge. So we all just sort of walked up as though, we owned the place, as you do. And we were like, yes, we're here are our tickets. And they were like, cool, come in. All 4 of you come in and sit in the first class lounge, have complimentary food and drinks. And, so she was loving it, because...
So what was the journey like then?
The journey, it was pretty good. I mean, so... we once we actually got on, because the sleeper up was actually delayed by I think about 45 minutes. But anyway, once we eventually got on and got the billion tons of freaking luggage into all the cabins along the tiny narrow little corridors. Because the corridors are they're narrow for me, and I mean I'm quite slim, but Froggy and Avi are not of the slim variety. And so they struggled a little bit along the corridors. Yeah. But also, as you can imagine, with like fursuit bags and fursuit heads.
It's going to be tough.
Oh, crikey.
Well, once you got to the cabins, what were they like? Were they spacious?
No, very pokey.
Oh, really?
So basically, between the edge of the bunks and you've got an ensuite like loo shower arrangement.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There is a me width between the bunk and the other wall.
Wow.
Because it's not a hotel room. It's,
not by any
It's basically you can sleep on the train.
So how long was the journey?
So we pulled into Glasgow 7:07, I think. So we left at about 10 to midnight.
Oh wow! So quite a long journey then.
Yeah. But it is a relatively slow trip, so as to make it more comfortable for sleeping.
So did you get people coming up and go, anything from the trolley?
Fortunately not, no. However, when we initially got on, we went and sat in the first class, seated lounge and had a bottle of Prosecco, tatties, neeps and haggis, as one does on a train. So we had I think we went to bed about 1, then we got up for breakfast, and so as we arrived into the station about 6:45, we had breakfast. So I had porridge and tea because I was like, I can't face a full cooked breakfast. And as it turned out, actually on the way up, they had a bit of a power failure in the dining cart. So actually, although Froggy and Avi were meant to have a full cooked breakfast, they didn't actually get any. Well, they got like muesli bars.
Oh,
so they were most displeased.
Oh dear.
You can't have those things.
No, whereas I had porridge, and they could make porridge.
Yes.
So I was grand. So I had porridge with honey. So
that was the trip up. How was the Scotia Con?
I know. I'm getting there. I mean, I know we've got 5 minutes. But no.
Yeah, you got 5 minutes to talk about 4 days.
4 days, yeah.
A minute a day.
That's it, exactly. I'm sure I managed that. But yeah, no, the con was great. So we did early arrival. And when we got there, we were like, are there going to be many other people here? Yep, there were quite a lot of people. Although, admittedly, we turned up at 8 o'clock in the morning on the first day. So we were the first ones there. So we kind of milled around in the lobby and just
Did they even have your room ready at that point?
Oh, they did indeed. Because we were with the con, they had every single room ready for the first thing in the morning.
Wow.
Yeah, I must admit, the Crown Plaza, absolutely cracking hotel.
The Crown Plaza?
Yes, yeah.
Good
Plaza
Lord.
Yeah, on the side of the Clyde. Directly opposite BBC Scotland.
BBC Scotland.
Yep.
You know what we actually have? We have the strongest man in the world in basically caber tossing. Oh, and hurling. But nobody watches that. It's too close to caroling.
So what was the weekend like?
Oh, it was absolutely awesome. So I didn't do an awful lot of the kind of stuff that was going on, mostly because being as this is my first kind of like proper con, having actually like stayed in the hotel and stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, I wanted to kind of just get to know more people, because I was like, although I know a relatively large number of furs, I wanted to just properly get to know more people. But we did.
By that he means take them into their rooms.
I did nothing. Not much of the sort.
Immediately nothing well, sir.
Well, I mean, there was some stuff that I've seen in the book that looked interesting. They had a few panels in there. They had like a escape room thing in there, and like a couple of games evening, sim evening, the auto fur job.
Motor furs,
motor furs.
Yes.
So I won't say it's as packed as I've seen other ones when I've seen people do programs and the ones that I've been on.
But if you consider they arranged it in 5 weeks,
that's
why
pretty impressive.
But and also the other thing is that when you think about it, this is the very first con in the UK post-COVID, and I think they appreciated people wanted to socialise a lot, because a lot of people haven't seen each other for the 2 years.
Probably, at least an entire year.
So how many pubs and how much food did you eat across the course of the days?
An enormous. In the closing ceremony, they were telling us how much of the we ate them out of hash browns.
Oh!
We ate them out of tatty scones.
Whoa!
We drank them out of Tennant's beer. We drank them out of an inordinate quantity of spirits. I think they were saying on average on every evening, 125 grand a night behind the bar was put over the bar. So, we went full out.
Hotel's like, how much money have we made?
Yes,
We've paid for the entire hotel twice over.
So next year we get complete exclusivity, because they're like, oh God, yes, come back, please.
Yes.
Well,
At which point you got home and stepped on the scales and went, oh God, I've put on a pound.
But this is why they do these things, or try to get these things, because the hotel can offer the rooms at a discount.
Yes.
And they can offer certain things at a discount and like access to the stuff, especially, where are we? February. So it's like, how many corporate events are going to be using these rooms?
None at all. I mean, that's it. The other thing is, because that's what they were saying about this year, is that, I think in total, including travel, this time I spent, the best part of £1,000. Obviously 390 of that was the sleeper.
Yeah.
But
travel is the big thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
But it was still 510 for the con, which they said next year will be substantially less, because the problem is, because this year it was like 5 weeks. They didn't really get a chance to actually bargain with the hotel to get good prices. Also, we didn't get exclusivity, whereas next year they've said better prices, we'll get exclusivity of the hotel.
Yeah.
So I think looking through, so what did we... so I went and I wandered around the dealer's den, bought... I bought a lanyard and a wristband.
Nice!
Spending all the money.
To be fair, you get to a certain point where it's like, shall I pay inordinate prices for porn, or shall I buy keepsakes? Keepsake.
Well, that's it. Well, I think the thing is, I was like, I'll just have a look, and I was like, those are a couple of things I spotted. I was like, I really like those. Well, the other thing I did also do is go around and pick up all the artists' cards, so that when I, decide, because the problem is I haven't actually decided on what. Well, I hadn't at that point decided what my Sona was going to be, even what animal it was going to be. I have now decided that it's going to be a Skox.
A Skox?
Yeah, a skunk fox combo. So I felt it was very me.
Fox.
I thought it was basically a Scottish fox.
Sorry.
No, Skox, basically a Scottish fox.
Hedgie, right? So.
God damn it!
But I must admit, one of the things that we did go and do was the auction.
Hey, the auction's always fun.
The auction was brilliant. Xavier Fox did his flex.
Oh.
The mystery box where he paid £5,000.
Oh.
It did have a fursuit head commission and some artwork by Draki. Included.
Who was the guest, if I understand that? The guest of honor.
Was
Draki.
Was it Draki? Yeah.
In the con book.
Yeah, the thing I just read.
Okay.
It's Draki.
I can't remember. I'll admit the entire week was quite a blur. A lot of rum and coke was... I was very drunk every night.
Echo was responsible for 100 grand of Vermont.
Yeah. But yeah, saying that was fantastic. Also, the other thing that was absolutely out of this worldly good was they had a group called Drums and Roses, who were were a drums and bagpipes band.
Oh,
and
wow.
But they did like covers of like all sorts of like popular music.
Nice.
They were unbelievable. They were definitely well worth, and they are definitely coming back next year, and we are so glad because they were absolutely phenomenal.
Were they Furs as well, or just an outside
No, they were
group?
just a local band.
Oh,
The thing
nice.
is, though, the hotel couldn't believe it. They'd managed to organise a 5-piece band to come and play live for us.
Wow.
You know, within the time frame.
Yeah.
They were like, nah, impossible. And they were like, we've done it. And they've said they absolutely want to come back next year because they absolutely loved furs. So
Nice. Nice.
We also managed to pack 600 furs into a hotel, and nothing was destroyed.
Oh,
the lifts
wow.
worked the entire. Actually, no. The lifts. One lift did die. But basically, nothing was destroyed. The only reason the police attended was for some normies in the hotel.
Yes.
All in all, it was an absolutely cracking time.
Normies who were upset that Furs were behaving themselves and going, they're not making things bad. I guess
Yeah.
it's up to us.
I think it's more people being assholes.
With
Not,
no furries graffiti outside.
yeah, it's people being
yeah.
assholes.
Well, see, the thing is, the no furries graffiti was a bit of an ironic thing because, I mean, you look at the wordsmithness of the that bit of graffiti. That was clearly done by somebody who was not a graffiti artist.
Let me guess. Furrys. No IES.
No, it was IES.
It was your basic. It was your basic. I don't know how to tag bullshit.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's basically stupid kids. You
Yeah.
know, the people
Yeah.
who bullied you at school.
Obviously, there were many suspicions as to the fact that it could potentially have been one of the artists that did it.
Oh.
And then when nudge, nudge, wink, wink, I'll go back to the bar and buy some drinks or buy some food so I can be not seen. And then you can go, oh, look at this. Look, the locals don't want us. Whereas as my interpretation of it is, wait, there are no furries here. Get furries here now. So I'm thoroughly looking forward to going back to ScotiaCon 2023.
Nice.
I'll retract that to the next ScotiaCon
Hey.
because there was a bit of a running joke about the fact that what the heck is his name? Seal Fox, I think it was, that said about there'll be no ScotiaCon 2020, and that was a bit of an omen of the whole pandemic thing. But yes, I shall definitely be going to the next ScotiaCon.
Nice.
But that said,
Nice.
though, my next con lined up is Confuzzled 2022. So
Hey.
I'm really looking forward to that.
So they have got that one organised for
Yes.
this year.
Yeah. So
That will be ridiculously expensive, won't it?
Oh,
it
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
660 including for the accommodation and
Oh.
con fees. But that was sponsor though, so but still,
Still ouch.
600 quid.
yeah. But I'm at least in the main con hotel, so I
Hey.
can't complain. And I get to suit. Oh, and actually, that's the other thing is I got to wear Hedgie.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah, because Mr. Hedgington has given Echo his fursuit.
I have.
Indeed.
I have.
So I get to go represent Hedgie.
Yeah.
And be a very good boy.
Hey.
So I did very much enjoy suiting.
So
And
Confuzzled 27th to the 31st of May.
yeah, and I'm doing early and late as well. So 26th
Nice.
to the 1st. So I can't. wait.
The booking page, people.
No, good luck with that.
Yeah,
You.
there we go. Oh, they've changed the website, so it's
Yeah.
now fucking ridiculous. So standard £100 per person. Standard plus £115 per person. Sponsor £150 per person. Super sponsor £250 per person. And that's the ticket prices.
Yeah.
Room, a single room is $240 for 4-night stay.
So that's the standard.
Yeah, that's
standard,
the
that's the standard
double.
stay.
Oh, if that's for two people, that's not.
I think it's per person.
Oh yeah, sorry. So
Yeah.
no, that falls in line with what I was expecting. So 260 quid for two people plus ticket prices. So 460, 660.
Yeah.
Just for two standard tickets, two people in a double room.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's for access. I'm sure that's not paying for food, is it?
No.
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 Yep.
Yeah. It's a little bit over what I would be what I'd be paying for the coach holidays that we're on,
Yeah.
and they include food. But yeah, It's not the worst of the world.
It's a con, you know.
Yes.
It's a
Yeah.
convention.
No, yes, convention.
Well, both.
I think the big thing though with a lot of these cons is the primary function is to get people together to then interact and socialize. The panels are nice things, and like the games and stuff are nice things.
And I think the thing is they're nice for people that maybe don't know that many people. It's a good way to get people to go and see other people, and they've got something to talk about because there's stuff. But it is also one of those things where a community can come together and start sharing stuff. Because I know a lot of the people who are doing other convention or wanting to do other conventions once the convention season starts up. Because I follow various people and various different communities. They're all eager to socialise and especially those who have communities that are based on similar stuff to what we do, which is putting shit on YouTube.
Yes.
Because that would be one thing if ever we did one that would be on the back of my mind. It's like, can we get stuff that we can put on YouTube?
Yeah.
But hey ho, that was very good.
Yes.
That was very good. So yes.
Can I do a very quick bit of gaming news before the show ends?
Go on then.
Okay, we'll have a very quick jingle.
We haven't done this for like decades.
Now it's time for the latest gossip from the Silicon Grid. This is the gaming news.
So I was just looking at our tweet deck, and I've just discovered news from videogamer.com.
Yeah.
Street Fighter 6 has been announced.
Oh
shit,
my word!
I didn't tell you about this. The trailer came out.
Yes.
The trailer came out, and Ryu is there. Ryu has a beard, and some random dude in fucking...
Called Luke.
No idea who the fuck it is.
I just read the article. He's called Luke. And also, they've announced a Capcom Fighting Collection.
Oh, that'll be better.
Which includes Pocket Fighter.
Ooh.
That's its European name. Or, sorry, Super Gem
PC?
Fighter, I think.
Yeah, Super Gem Fighter, yeah.
PC?
I don't know what formats.
Hopefully
they just
PC.
said the Capcom Fighting Collection is coming in June.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So we might actually get an official version of Pocket Fighter in this country.
Hey!
We might also get a decent launch of a Street Fighter.
Behave.
Yeah, I know. It's going to be interesting.
But that just about wraps it up, I think.
Hey!
For season 13, and there was no cake.
Yes.
Season 13. This is the weirdest one, though, because Season 13 has been through what feels like the longest period of a season ever because of the COVID times.
Yeah, it was only 52 weeks.
Yes, it's only 52 weeks, but it
Same as all
feels
the others.
longer because of what's been going on. But we're glad that we've been able to continue doing this for the duration of the chaos that's been happening.
Yeah.
So, as Hedgie mentioned, and to clarify, we will be going on hiatus for the radio show.
We will.
That means Mondays we will be off.
Teardown.
Yes, there will be a teardown. So you will need to keep an eye on our channels. So on Facebook, Twitter, or you can indeed follow us on TigerTails Radio or TigerTails.co.uk. And at some point we'll then be announcing, there'll probably be pictures of the teardown and put back up. Be announcing season 14. Outside of that, it does mean, because we're talking about tearing down the studio, some stuff may be up in the air. The intention is to try and continue on with things like Stream and Chill, and for this coming Friday Night Fights, but we'll have to see on the long term how things go.
Yep, this coming Friday should be fine, and also this coming, the next Friday after that, because Hedgie's playing Bloodborne.
Oh,
Yes, I am.
Okay, so we've probably got at least a couple of weeks whilst the studio is still up and running. But outside of that, anything else, you'll have to keep an eye on our channels at TigerTails.co.uk, TigerTailsRadio.co.uk, TigerTailsGaming.co.uk, and our podcast, which is Ramblings of a Grey Muzzle at greymuzzle.co.uk.
Greymuzzlepodcast.co.uk.
Yes.
That's the one. We are on Facebook, we are on Twitter, we are indeed on YouTube. If you have enjoyed this, feel free to give us a like, leave a comment, and if you want to catch up for when we're back,
Follow us on socials.
ping us on the button.
At TigerTails Radio on Twitter, and TigerTails Radio on Facebook, I believe.
Indeed.
Although Xavier does Facebook, because I can't stand Facebook. Fuck Facebook. Well, on that note, it's a good night from the Hedgie.
Good night, everybody.
It's a good night from the Xavier.
Good night, everyone.
It's a good night from the Echo.
Good night, everybody.
And it's a good night for myself, TK. Thank you very much for watching and listening to this episode of TigerTails Radio. We shall return soon with Season 14. But until then, it's night-night, everybody.
Night, night.